George Harrison, the legendary guitarist and singer of the Beatles, is often remembered for his spiritual depth, musical innovation, and quiet demeanor. However, behind his calm exterior, Harrison was known to have strong opinions about his fellow musicians and the music industry as a whole. Over the years, he reportedly shared his thoughts on various artists, including naming 5 singers he disliked the most. These opinions, though rarely publicized, offer a glimpse into Harrison's perspective on music, artistry, and authenticity. Harrison's critiques were rooted in his belief in genuine musical talent and heartfelt expression. He valued artists who brought originality and sincerity to their craft. Conversely, he had little patience for performers he saw as lacking depth or relying too heavily on commercial gimmicks. His list of disliked singers reflected these values and his personal, musical tastes. One of the singers George Harrison reportedly disliked was Elvis Presley. While Presley revolutionized rock and roll and influenced countless artists, Harrison felt that Elvis's style was too commercialized and lacked the spiritual or emotional connection that he cherished in music. Harrison respected Presley's impact but was critical of what he perceived as superficiality in his performances. Another name often mentioned was Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones. Despite sharing the stage with Jagger and being part of the same iconic British invasion, Harrison viewed Jagger's persona as overly provocative and self-centered. Harrison admired humility and artistic integrity, traits he felt Jagger sometimes lacked amidst his rock star antics. Harrison was also critical of some contemporary pop singers who, in his opinion, prioritized image over substance. One such singer was David Bowie. Although Bowie was known for his creativity and reinvention, Harrison reportedly found his chameleon-like persona to be insincere, feeling it distracted from authentic musicianship. Additionally, Harrison expressed disdain for artists he considered too commercial or formulaic. Some sources suggest he was not a fan of certain mainstream pop vocalists who prioritized chart success over musical innovation, although exact names vary depending on the account. This disdain stemmed from his preference for music that conveyed genuine emotion rather than catering purely to mass appeal. Finally, Harrison's list included some controversial figures known for their flamboyant or controversial behavior. He disliked singers whose public image overshadowed their music, believing that artistry should speak louder than spectacle. This viewpoint aligned with his spiritual approach to life and music, which emphasized humility and depth. Despite his criticisms, George Harrison never publicly launched personal attacks or engaged in bitter rivalries. His opinions were usually shared privately with close friends or in interviews where he discussed the state of the music industry. Harrison's candidness about his musical dislikes reflects his commitment to authenticity and his desire to elevate music as a meaningful art form. In the end, George Harrison's naming of the 5 singers he hated most offers more than just gossip. It reveals his values as a musician and the standards he held for artistry. His critiques remind us that even great artists have their preferences and reservations shaped by their unique experiences and philosophies. Harrison's legacy as a thoughtful and passionate musician continues to inspire, encouraging listeners to seek depth and sincerity in music beyond mere popularity or fame.